Acoustic guitar. The acoustic guitar is a very popular string instrument amongst children and adults. Pictured here is a famous guitarist. Phil Keaggy is a famous guitarist with only 9 fingers. When he was a young boy, his family lived on a farm, and while working with his father, lost one of his fingers in the gears of the farming equipment. This did not stop Phil Keaggy from becoming a world-renowned guitarist. Snare drum. The snare drum is a very cool percussion instrument that can take some practice to learn. The snare drum is unique in that it has metal coils on the bottom of the drum head. When the drum head is struck with a drumstick from above, the coils vibrate, causing the unique sound of the snare drum. Trumpet. The trumpet is a member of the brass family. It is usually recognized by its shiny brass color. To play a trumpet, you must buzz your lips to cause your lips to vibrate and create the unique sound of the trumpet. One of the most famous trumpeters known in America is Louis Armstrong. He is most well known for rendering his own rendition of What a Wonderful World, where he both plays the trumpet and sings with his unique voice. Electric violin. The electric violin is part of the string family. The electric violin is very much like an electric guitar. The only difference between the electric guitar and the electric violin is that the monitor or amplifier is very small and acts like a Bluetooth for the sound to be made louder through house speakers. Recorder flute. A recorder flute is a woodwind instrument. The recorder is played similar to a clarinet, also a member of the woodwind family. The breath from one's mouth vibrates inside the column of the recorder, causing the beautiful sound. Most elementary students learn to play recorder flute as 4th graders. Viola. The viola is a member of the string family. It is very often confused with the violin because it is almost the exact same shape as the violin. The main difference is that the viola is a little larger in size than the violin. The viola can reach lower notes than the violin. Black Violin is an American hip-hop duo from Florida comprising 2 classically trained string instrumentalists, Kevin Sylvester and Wilner Baptiste, who go by the stage names Kevin Marcus and Wilner Baptiste. Kevin Marcus plays the violin, and Will Baptiste plays the viola. If you've never heard their music before, you should look them up. Tuba. A tuba is one of the largest of the brass family. Anyone who desires to play the tuba should be able to possess a lot of breath control and be able to control it evenly and steadily. If the tubing of the tuba was unwound, it would be over 18 feet long. The length of the tubing and size of the instrument allows it to reach some of the lowest notes in any musical composition. Piccolo. The piccolo is part of the woodwind family. It is sometimes mistaken for the flute, but the piccolo is much smaller than the flute. The piccolo can reach very high, shrill notes. The piccolo has a very special part in many famous compositions, but one very well-known piece is the Stars and Stripes Forever. If you've never listened to it before, take a moment to look it up and listen. Clarinet. The clarinet is also a member of the woodwind family. The clarinet is most famously used in jazz music, high school band, and orchestra. The clarinet has a beautiful solo in Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. The clarinet earned its nickname Licorice Stick based off of a famous piece called Clarinet Candy in a jazz composition from 1962. The clarinet uses a single reed. A reed is a piece of bamboo that is shaved very thin. The thinness of the reed allows for the breath from the player to cause it to vibrate quickly, thus creating the unique, beautiful sound. The string bass. The string bass is a member of the string family. It stands over 6 feet tall and must be played standing up. The string bass is in a similar shape as the cello, but the cello is much smaller. Because of the size of the string bass, it is able to reach very low notes like that of the tuba and sousaphone. One of our music teachers in the county, Mr. Murch, plays the string bass. Mr. Murch is a music teacher at W.E. Cherry Elementary. Piano. The piano is a member of the percussion family. A lot of people assume that the piano is a part of the string family because it has strings inside the large cavity where the strings vibrate. A percussion instrument is any instrument that is hit, shaken, or scraped. This is why the piano qualifies as a percussion instrument. The hammers inside the piano strike the strings inside the piano's belly. A famous group that Mrs. Allen loves, called the Piano Guys, has 5 members with 1 pianist and 1 cellist. This group has claimed its fame through YouTube. The other 3 members operate as vocalists, collaborators, and technicians. Xylophone. The xylophone is also a member of the percussion family. The mallets are used to strike the wooden bars of the instrument. Each bar is cut to a different length to create the different pitches that can be heard when the instrument is played. The smaller bars create the high pitches, and the longer bars create the lower pitches. Violin. The violin is a member of the string family. As most of you already know, Mrs. Allen's favorite violin performer is Lindsey Stirling. Lindsey Stirling is a fabulous performer on violin and dancer. If you ever have the chance to see Lindsey in concert, don't miss it. You won't regret it. Cello. The cello is also a member of the string family. The cello is larger than the viola and violin and creates lower pitches that the viola cannot reach. One of my favorite cellists is Kevin Alushalo. Kevin plays cello very well, but he's also a member of the famous vocal band Pentatonics. Kevin has at least 2 albums available with him playing cello and creating his own accompaniment music by beatboxing and using sound technology that records several tracks at the same time. If you've never heard Kevin perform, be sure to look him up on YouTube. Sousaphone. The sousaphone is a part of the brass family. It is basically the tuba, but designed for marching band so the player can move while playing. J.W. Pepper created the sousaphone in 1893 at the direction of John Philip Sousa. The instrument was later named after John Philip Sousa. Triangle. The triangle is a member of the percussion family. Again, any instrument that is hit, shaken, or scraped qualifies as a percussion instrument. Therefore, the triangle is a part of the percussion family. Oboe. The oboe is a member of the woodwind family. It operates in a similar way as the clarinet. However, the oboe uses a double reed. A double reed is 2 single reeds put together. Many times, double reeds are soaked in a small capsule to help keep the reeds moist before playing. The 2 reeds vibrate together to create the unique sound of the oboe. Trombone. The trombone is a member of the brass family. Again, every brass instrument requires the player to form their mouth in a way that they can buzz their lips to create vibration to make sound. When Mrs. Allen was in college, I attempted to learn how to play the trombone. One of my classes, Instrumental Methods, required me to learn another instrument. I chose to try the trombone, and it was much easier than the trumpet, but still difficult. French horn. The French horn is also a member of the brass family. The French horn is unique in the way it is designed. Most brass instruments have what are called piston valves. Piston valves look like buttons on the trumpet and tuba. The piston valves open and close different tubes within the instruments to create different pitches, high and low. The French horn, however, is in a round shape and has rotary valves instead of piston valves. If you look closely at the rotary valves on a French horn, you'll notice delicate strings that pull different levers on the instrument to open and close the tubes in the French horn. The tubes move in a circular motion when the valves are pressed. Woodblock. The woodblock is a member of the percussion family. Don't forget that a percussion instrument is any instrument that is hit, shaken, or scraped. When the woodblock is hit, it sounds like someone knocking on a door. This is a favorite in the music classroom. Guiro. The guiro is also a member of the percussion family. To make sound on a guiro, you must scrape it. The wood of the guiro has rigid grooves that when scraped sounds like a frog croaking. I hope you've enjoyed this presentation of musical instruments. Now go enjoy your game of musical instrument 4 corners.